What's good, peoples? Fresh home from Fantastic Four, and I don't know how to feel about this movie. I really don't. It's more of a space opera than a superhero movie, which, if you like space operas, is definitely for you. If you're going in for a superhero movie akin to Superman, then this may not be the movie for you. It wasn't a bad movie, it just wasn't great. I went in expecting a great superhero blockbuster movie, especially fresh off of Superman. Excited about seeing Marvel's first family, which is the Fantastic Four. But I didn't get anything great. It was just a good movie. The action sequences in this movie was dope. I like the way the powers were displayed. Reed Richards' powers, Sue Storm power, The Thing, Johnny Storm, Flame On. All their powers were displayed fantastically. It was cool. It's just the way that Reed Richards and some of the acting, especially Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal portrayal of Reed Richards, I wasn't feeling it. Yes, he was smart, he was nerdy, but there was no charisma, and that may be just the direction that he received for this movie when it came to this character. That's completely cool. I understand it. It just didn't hit with me. Honestly, wish Ben Grimm the Thing got more screen time. I love the way his actor portrayed the Thing. The way the lines were delivered, the way he acted, the motion, everything he did in this movie was such a great portrayal of who I envisioned the Thing to be. From prior movies, from comics to the old school cartoons, even the video games. To me, this was definitely a comic accurate vision of Ben Grimm. I did fantastic. I wish he had more screen time. I would love, to do like maybe a Marvel Shorts with that character. Fantastic character, fantastic portrayal, good acting from that character. Definitely bought in. Now, Johnny Storm's portrayal. He was a goofball. And they did try to interject moments where, it showed that he's smart. Because he's an astronaut. So he's intelligent. But it was just too many. It was a lot of just jokey here, jokey there. And the thing, that isn't such a bad thing. It's bad when the jokes don't land. Maybe one joke landed throughout the whole 2-hour movie, which it's not good. I'm sorry. The jokes just didn't land or hit. I didn't really have any issue with the character itself. It's just the jokes, maybe the way they were written or delivered, they just weren't funny. And naturally, that's going to be a detriment to that character, especially if they're there for, comic relief. Shout out to Vanessa Kirby. Great job in her portrayal as Sue Storm. Really bought in. She did a fantastic job at acting, especially as a parent. She was awesome in her portrayal as Sue Storm. I really bought into her character, especially as a mother, how she cared for this child, the emotions, you can feel them leap off the screen. Like I said, acting wasn't really a download of this movie. All of them did acting. I just think the portrayal of Reed Richards, he just didn't have that swagger that I kind of expect Reed Richards to have. Even as a nerd, even as somebody who's a nerd, who's always thinking, who's putting science first, it's still Reed Richards. It's Mr. Fantastic. I just didn't get that from Pedro. But enough of that. The score, the music in the movie was good. Good score, awesome music in the background. I really enjoyed that. This was a beautiful movie to watch. The CGI was amazing. Silver Surfer CGI, when Johnny Storm did his Flame On, when the powers were used, Galactus. Fantastic job for CGI and any practical effects that was also there as well. It was phenomenal. It was fantastic. I can't even enough about how the movie looked. Once again, everything was just, there's a lot of great things around this movie. It still just wasn't a great movie. And that may just been what I was expecting out of a superhero movie. Now, do I think this movie is worth seeing in a movie theater? Absolutely. I think it's worth going out and seeing. I think I was underwhelmed. I think I was. It's a good movie. It's just not great, especially coming off of Superman. And I'm sorry to compare it to Superman. They're two different themes. One is superhero alien from outer space, fighting to save the Earth and, trying to get the Earth people to, accept him as a human and his humanity. And the other is Marvel's first family being introduced into the Marvel Universe. Two completely different movies, two completely tones. It's just, I don't know. This is a hard movie to review right now. If I sit back and if I think of this movie as a space opera instead of a superhero movie, I think I enjoy it more. But it's just my expectation was a superhero blockbuster action movie. And I'm not saying it has to be fights throughout the whole movie. I'm not saying that. But there was a lot of dialogue in this movie, especially surrounding Reed Richards. And if Reed Richards, if I feel like his lines are not being delivered, or if I'm not really content with the portrayal of Reed Richards, then of course naturally for me it's not going to hit the same as it would for someone else if they really enjoyed the portrayal of Reed Richards, honestly. But I really enjoy Sue. I really enjoy Ben. I really enjoy Johnny. Even Silver Surfer when they're on screen, and the portrayal of Galactus and everything surrounding the movie. Like I said, this is a good movie. It's just not great, but I do think it's worth seeing in the movie theater. I really do.